G'day guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Pub for Heretics. This is going to be a special Halloween one, where we're going to talk about all of the grimdark and dankiest crap in the Warhammer 40k universe, while doing the hardest mission.
Yep.
On the lowest level difficulty.
Second lowest.
Second lowest, yeah. We need a little bit of pride in there.
Yeah.
That
So-
may be because I'm only level 5.
So James, what's
I
the
have other games
scariest
to
thing
play.
about Warhammer 40k that you've heard about so far?
That was actually the first question I was going to ask, because I'm curious what James thinks is scary.
I mean, thinking that the Emperor might come back.
That terrifies me.
You should be scared of that, heretic.
I mean, dead guy on a
I
chair
don't-
is pretty scary. It's
Scary, but I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing.
I don't know, there's not been anything that I have really heard of that's scary. I don't know. I grew up on a lot of horror movies, so I've pretty much seen everything. But
So
yeah,
that leads me into the one of the horrors of the Imperium that I was going to talk about, which is the horrific sacrifice of 1,000 psychers a day to the Emperor, and how these poor women, men, and families are ripped from their homes, dragged into black ships by Sisters of Silence, and then led down some horrific prison levels in the black ships until they get funneled into the underneath the throne, and then have the life sucked out of them to feed the Emperor.
To be fair, it's not really something that even a loyalist like me can defend.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Shit, I
Then again, you could also say it's a horrific situation because the traitors put us in that situation.
no,
Yeah.
no. The Emperor put us in that position.
the Emperor
Or
should just
maybe the
die.
traitors, or maybe the traitors put us in that situation where to keep humanity alive.
Yeah,
I mean, this Tyranid over here is pretty horrifying looking, so...
Where the hell did you go?
might be, behind you.
What else would you say is pretty horrific in Warhammer?
I mean, obviously, Demon Kalaba.
I would say that's probably more like, what's the word, creepypasta, or more cringe than anything else.
Yeah,
But it's because it's more disgusting than horrific.
yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
I know, we'll get into it one day when we've decided unanimously that we don't like you.
When we want to
Oh,
put
wow.
you off 40k.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, when I first heard it, it didn't really put me off 40k. I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, it was more like
I mean-
lame than anything, I actually think.
If I had to think of if I had to actually sit here and think about what I believe was the most, scariest shit out of Warhammer 40k. Nice to see you guys jumping into the fucking battle.
Yeah, it can't be as bad as a Diddy party, so...
Lubed up. Lubed up more than a battle, than a battle with a Drukhari.
But there is also a demon world where nightmares of Tzeentch, like people end up on that planet and their worst nightmares come true, crawl out of the planet and kill them, only for the people to wake up the next day to new nightmares. That's pretty horrific.
Yep. But to be fair, that does kind of sound like straightforward 40k.
Yeah,
Like, if you told me a planet like that did not exist, I would say bullshit.
yeah.
But I think just learning the in-depth lore of servitors and just servitors in general and what they are, just that actually kind of freaks me out. Just that when you come across a servitor and just this guy who is a criminal, for example, or did something really horrible, or just just happened to exist on a Forge world, for example, and he's now been made into a robotic slave.
Yeah,
Just to open and close doors.
Yeah. Oh, it's
it
just
is pretty grimdark.
it's rough. I guess I think that's the most rough thing about it, to be honest, because you're literally lobotomized. Oh, and get this, I can't remember what it is. It's like a solvent, or you're given something where your body will no longer grow hair, so that way it's no longer a problem when you're a servitor. And I'm just like, rank.
Yeah.
And then you're also alive while this happens.
Guardian
I'm
Relic.
Thank you.
Well, I think, as I said before we started this, I just got the gene seed too, boys.
Good job.
I think Blade Ones are one of the most horrific things, right? So, Necrons, James, as you might remember, they gave up their flesh in the biotransference under a trick.
Oh, well, yeah, not really giving up.
Yeah, they were basically tricked into it by the Catan. But,
I'll go over here, by the way.
But, yeah, so they go through these moments where they feel like they still have physical bodies, and so they are, like, gasping for breath. They're like, oh shit, I'm bleeding, but they don't actually have blood. You know, they, like, claw at their throats, being like, oh, why can't I breathe, why can't I swallow? And this can lead them down.
It's really weird,
curse.
like it's weird thinking like that a Necron would have like a panic attack.
Yeah, but basically, this can lead them down into the curse of the Clandagore, which makes them crave flesh. And so because they want to have what they lost. And basically, they end up shoveling, or trying to shovel, flesh into their mouths that isn't a mouth. And, yeah, they end up being flayed ones, covered in human flesh and skin, to, try to combat this, like, phantom limb syndrome that they have about their whole body.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like a phantom limb syndrome kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's really fucked up when you read about it, like, especially in the Twice Dead King books. But, yeah, that shit's crazy, and then they just, like, go around and they creep, and their, necrodermis changes to, like, fit them, because their necrodermis is malleable based on their heka, or their will. And, oh, shit, we got bomb boys. Yeah, basically, it's real fucked up.
Yeah, I do remember looking at a few, like when I was doing some edits and stuff, of the played ones, and
Yeah.
they did look pretty crazy.
They are really cool, but they're also, yeah, really, like... It's, like, actually sad when you hear about it from the perspective of, like, the Necron who's, like, feeling it. It feels like a dark presence is...
I remember,
like,
like, Trazen in The Infinite and the Divine, he was worried about getting that disease, like, that he quarantined himself for, like, what was it, like a century or two?
Yeah.
And he was just, like, fucking bored. But then again, he said, and that would be, like, torture to him, but, like, he thought that was a better alternative than actually having the disease.
Yeah. The Children of Clandagore. Because, it's assumed that it was a curse by a Catan called the Clandagore, who, like, inflicted it on them. Yeah, it's... I couldn't
But
think
that's
of
not what it
anything
is.
more... What's that?
But that's not what it is.
That's what most of the Necron believe it to be.
Interesting.
Do you know something I don't?
Oh, no, I was just genuinely curious, because I don't know that much about Necron, so I was actually just like, oh,
Oh,
do you want
no,
the cracks?
I'm pretty sure that is what it is, because that's what most of them believe.
Okay, cool. I just genuinely didn't know, so...
Yeah, no, some of them doubt it, and they're like, oh, this can't be that, or, you know, whatever, but... From my understanding and
There's a
what I've
Guardian
read so
relic
far...
back here.
Oh, well, I can't get it now.
Oh, I might be able to. No, it won't let me.
No, once you pass this point, you can't get it.
Fuck.
No, well, it's fine.
Yeah, because
No,
the
I
idea
think-
of something so horrific, like, you know, like, just, like, struggling with the
Did you
idea
mean
that
to
you
do
don't
that,
have a
James?
feeling anymore. You don't have a body, you can't
No.
feel things, but you're
Yeah.
still, like... Yeah.
You're still conscious enough to, like, remember what it was like to have it,
Yeah.
and then that's like, yeah, it is kind of like a phantom leg syndrome, really, when you think about it. Because
is.
you can remember what it was like to live with it.
Yeah, and the feeling feels real to everybody, to, like, when you
Oh,
have it.
extremes.
Where's it coming from? Over here, probably.
Oh, nearest rope over where I am. I
The
think we
second one
can't
there.
talk about Grimdark without mentioning Drukari.
Oh, yeah.
I would argue that they are the most grimdark out of every single race, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're pretty grimdark.
I think they put the Grim in Grimdark. They put the Dark in Grimdark with Dark Elder.
But they're almost like comically grimdark, kind of like Demon Calaba. They're like over the top edgy boys.
A bit of it is over the top. Yeah, I do see that.
But like keeping people alive to torture them and turn them into furniture so that they can continue to hear the screams of humans. Pretty crazy. I
Yeah.
prefer
Wait,
their
who does that?
the Dark
The
Elves.
Drukhari, the Dark Elves. They literally like will take slaves, like human slaves from a planet, and then they will torture you for years, like in every way that you could possibly think of, for centuries until they are done with you, and then they will turn you into a piece of clothing or a piece of furniture, and you're still alive the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Imagine being turned into a hat and you're just screaming for centuries, and the Dark Elves is just like, ah.
So that's a Dark Elves thing.
Yeah,
Dark
that's an exclusively Dark Eldar thing as far as I know.
I mean, Night Lords would do something similar, but it's not quite that bad.
I mean, they would
probably
do
wouldn't
it,
be
but
able
like
to
it would
keep
be
you
more
alive
about
as
like,
well.
it's more like, you know, sustaining the torture in a different way.
Yeah, and they would do it for a purpose too, either to inflict fear or to get information.
Yeah, because they get it off fear instead of like, you know, pain, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a different type of thing, but different type of evil. Yeah, Night Lords make the list too, but I personally, like if I was making an S tier, I'm also down, can you help me? If I was making like a tier list, I would put them like A, and then Drukhari would be S.
Yeah.
So the Jakari are a whole other level.
I think Drukhari are the most objectively evil out of all the races, in my opinion.
I'm out of
Now,
ammo.
everybody's got their own idea of, like, you know, because everybody's got their own idea about morality, so everybody's got their own idea about where they fit, but I personally believe that they are the most objective. Not even talking about bias on my end.
Oh man, I'm about to go down and... Yeah, I can't escape those waves.
So, I mean, these updates, man, they're gonna kill... Oh!
Damn.
This thing will have armory data too.
But are you not bringing me back up?
Oh, I thought I did.
No.
Okay, sorry, I'm coming. I'm coming, Elizabeth. If I don't die first.
Yeah, you're down.
James, it's up to you, mate. Just duck and roll. This is Skyrim. Get to Corbin first.
Just bob and weave.
Oh, fantastic. I did lose the gene seed though, but I've got no ammo, which is why I'm like fucked out.
It's okay, guys. I'm just seeing my great uncle.
I can't punch him. Oh, here we go. It was low enough for me to punch him.
Just keep firing, guys. If you.
I don't have any ammo.
All right, well, I'm heading back into the.
Don't
There we
worry,
go.
I'm here. I've got it.
Fuck's sake.
With 7 bullets left.
Yeah, I only have a pistol. I'm a melee guy.
Right, that was... I have 7 bullets in my pistol.
Alright. Was there an ammo crate back here before we ran in?
Nope. There's ammo crates down here.
Where? Take him?
Down here. I'm taking a med case in because I got a mortal, but there's another one on the left.
Where are you? The
Down
fuck?
here.
You can't say down here and not tag it. Oh, there you are. I'm like, shit, your name wasn't even popping up there for a second. I was like, where the fuck did you go?
Okay.
Where's the ammo crate? Ah. Alright.
James.
So what other
Where are you?
grimdark things can you... I'm looking for ammo.
There's
ammo's
a,
down
there's a weapon drop there.
There's a
We
weapon
just
drop
need to
down here,
take
so don't
these
worry about
3.
it.
Oh, they've seen me. Time to take... No!
So
It
very
didn't do it
lost.
off the edge. Fuck, man, that sniper just, like, took 75%
Yeah, just took
of
out
my
all
health.
my stuff. Yeah, I do like Drukari. It's just, I do also agree with you that they are a little bit over the top when it comes to their shtick.
Their Colosseum fights are cool.
Yeah, their whole like hierarchy is what makes them. I find them more interesting than the other Eldar. Like, if you had to say to me that I had to take an Eldar army, then I would either toss it up between Harlequins or Drukari.
Yeah. Fuck the elves, though.
Yeah, fuck the elves. Also, yeah,
So is there anything Night Lordy that are kind of spooky and
no,
scary?
back to the conversation of servitors. In one of the more recent Night Lords books that Corbin and I have read, there's a moment where they are in the tunnels on a planet and they're being chased by Eldar, and then they have servitors in these dark tunnels, helping them get ready into Terminator armor plate, and then they run off and then they do their thing in the Terminator plate, kill a bunch of Eldar, head back, and then change back into their normal plate, and then they just leave the servitors there. And the servitors, without being ordered to, they can't move, and they just stand there until eventually they'll decompose. And even when they'll still be alive while they're decomposing.
Yeah, I think the most horror Night Lords thing is the fact that they like flaying people and wearing their skin.
Just as shits and gigs.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
just because
gigs.
it scares other people. All about that.
And I'm actually there's a bunch of Night Lord stories that just like talk about how grimdark they are and how awesome they are, but I'm gonna save them for when we do the Night Lords episode. There's so many cool stories that I want to save for that, and I want to get your reaction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, basically, there's a bunch of fucked up things that Night Lords can do.
You know, there's a bunch of fucked up things that just happen in the Guard. Do you know that the Guard's
Oh, yeah.
main source of food is like repurposed flesh, corpse starch that they use from the fallen Guard and feed it back to the live ones?
Where are you guys?
I'm over here doing the console,
Oh, well,
and then we gotta go to another one.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go to the other area where James is.
Oh man, that aim. Auto aim with the punch can be pretty trash sometimes.
I stopped using it because it was so slow.
Yeah.
It just wasn't right with my playstyle.
It's the godlike power that I love though. So I also love the Thunderhammer. Alright, we have floaty boys coming in.
I have an entire horde I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I just killed the floaty boys before they could explode on us.
But yeah, but the thing is, I like Night Lords, but not because they're grimdark. I just like them. They're like, edgy, but I like them because I think their story is more interesting. Like, a lot of people just like the Night Lords because of their aesthetics, which is also a fair reason, but I like them for more reasons than that.
I like the characters.
very edgelord.
I like the characters. They have some really good characters.
Yeah. Why do you like the Night Lords, James?
Edgelords.
That's
respect
totally
that.
fair too. Not saying you're wrong.
No.
I can't even defend it.
Well, I'm a big DC reader, so Night Lords are pretty much Batman. Well, Conrad Kurz is.
I don't know. I wouldn't disrespect Batman like that. Conrad Kurz.
Batman or Conrad Kurz?
Conrad Kurz is a piece of shit, really.
Oh, he's a piece of shit, but like that, I don't like these characters. I really stopped a long time ago liking these characters because I found them relatable. I liked them because they're interesting.
I think that Conrad Kurz is more... Like, I like some of the Night Lord's characters. I don't like Kurz. Kurz is
That's
like...
fair. And that's the thing, is that like in Warhammer, you shouldn't expect people to like the characters you like. You shouldn't expect it. You should be happy when it happens. But to be honest, like, it's just such a Warhammer's just such a mixed bag.
Yeah, but like,
mean,
I find
I
Kurz to be a bit of a sooky crybaby.
I could say the same thing about Mortarion.
Yeah, but you'll be wrong.
Oh yeah. What's the other thing that I wanted to bring up? Oh yeah, the other thing that's grimdark, I would say, is just the Inquisition in general.
Yeah, basically all of the Imperium.
And all of Chaos.
Nah,
If we're gonna go down that, if you're gonna go down that route.
nah, they're not that bad.
I know you're just doing that.
Of course,
Just because
of course, the demons and the chaos gods are pretty dark. Especially Korn. Korn's pretty horror themed.
horror themed. I would say they're all horror themed, just different levels of horror.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, Slanesh is like sexy horror.
That's true.
Nurgle is like gritty, gross horror. Tzeentch is like unknowing horror, like more of a thriller.
Psychological thrill.
Yeah, it's like thriller.
Okay, I know you don't know horror movies that well, but James, you might. So what would Korn be as a horror movie?
Ah, he's just a gore
Korn.
flick.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser or Saw, because of all the blood and gore?
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
he's just a gore flick with no good actual story.
Eh. Then Tzeentch should be something like Nightmare on Elm Street, or like, you know, because of
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
Dreams.
he's like Secret Window.
I've never seen that.
Johnny
Very
Depp.
good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a good movie. It's one of the few horror movies, or like it's more of a thriller that I've seen.
Something
Yeah,
to do
Secret
with like
Window's a thriller.
fucking people up, or maybe like maybe It, because you're turning the fears against each other and then turning into those fears.
Yeah. And what's Slanesh?
Yeah.
Something to do with
A succubus horror film.
Jennifer's Body.
Actually, I know that one.
Oh no, that's not a bad. That's not a bad take.
What else?
Yeah.
What about Nurgle? I can't think of anything disgusting. Mainly because if there's a disgusting one, I don't watch it.
Nurgle.
It's just the Magic the
Thing?
Gathering tournament.
Wow. Why would you know that?
Why would you say something so
Just got into
controversial
it.
and brave?
Yeah. I would say Nurgle's probably more like Thing or something like that. Like
The other thing. Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. The John Carpenter. Be probably something like that, or like the Blob. Maybe. Like. Yeah.
Can't think of anything else. Because
That's-
like disgusting
I'd
horror is
say
something I
that's
don't
probably
watch. Oh, no, what is it? Fuck, what is it? What's the Army of Dead sequel that just came out recently?
Oh,
The Evil Dead
the
remake?
Evil Dead.
Yeah, the Evil Dead, but
Yeah.
what's the new one that just came out where they're in the apartment building?
I don't know of any like. There's been the remake of Evil Dead, and it's just called Evil Dead.
I know, but there's another one that just recently came out that takes place in the universe, and oh, it's just genuinely disgusting. Like people eating glass and you see it going down the throat, and just like bugs and broken bones. Oh, it's the only one that's really made me feel creeped out.
I mean, not much of that
Yeah, I
actually
don't
sounds Nurgle coded though.
No, but it's the only one I can think of that made me feel like
No.
sort of sick.
Yeah, no, it's more like, you know,
I think Thing and Blob, like the Blob.
Oh wait, no, what
Probably
zombie
more.
movie? What'd you say?
no, it's more like Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah. Or
I'm trying to
One
keep it
Man,
Halloween
One
themed
Jar.
here, lads.
I mean, that scared the shit out of me when I first saw it.
Yeah, we all did because we were old enough for it. Nowadays, for third graders are watching it.
I mean, what, how old was I when it came out? I would have been like 14, 15?
I was in high school, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it was like 8th grade, 9th grade.
I was in my apprenticeship.
Showing your age, mate. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday for the other day. How old did you turn?
Stay alive. Stay alive.
50.
I'm out for a minute. Stay
Yeah,
alive.
there's a lot of them.
Ah, shit.
The Guardian Relic.
Oh, thank
you
God
all.
for that. Came
Fuck
in
you
clutch.
all. Suck my dick. I'm out of grenades though.
Try and get to James.
Come on, come on. Yeah!
Good job. Saved it.
Alright.
Oh! Time slowed because I dodged that perfectly.
Oh, there's Medcase stems over there.
I know, I'm like trying to get one of them.
Man, they've extended the length of those whip attacks.
Oh, why can't
Yeah,
I go
that's
that
changed,
way?
yeah.
The timing for parries has gone up too, it's tighter now.
Because some fuck was deciding to claim about it being too easy.
Yeah, I didn't feel that on the harder levels, honestly.
This is average, guys. When the game first came out, we were cooking on average.
I mean, to be fair, we're still not doing too badly.
I think we died too many times for this to be a good, like, considered a 10 out of 10 turkey.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not a perfect run. It's not a no-hit run, but we're doing okay.
Yeah, we are.
I also haven't played in like, what, a month? A couple of weeks.
There's also armor boost over here where I am.
Yeah, I've been stuck on the new COD.
I'm not a big COD fan.
Neither. Oh yeah, if Tyranids were a horror movie, it'd be Alien.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean that's
I know how I said it like a big revelation. Like, oh yeah, I finally put 2 and 2 together, guys.
This is pretty Nurgle, right here. This is
Oh yeah,
pretty
that's Nurgle.
You got, you know, gross growths on the floor, you got flies buzzing around.
Papa Nurgle is near.
Oh, I wish they'd bring Nurgle into this. Give me a fight against a great unclean one.
That would
not
be
really.
sick.
That would
Well,
fuck me up.
They did that. They did say that they were meant to be bringing in another faction, like to go up against. So,
Odds are it's
like, if they're
Necrons.
doing Thousand Suns, they could do.
Nah.
No, they said it was going to be a like a Chaos, not a Xenos.
Oh really? Did they say Chaos?
Yeah. I remember seeing something about like the battle pass and them saying that they're bringing in a Chaos faction. I mean, if they were going to
Are
bring
you sure
in a
that wasn't
Xenos,
just
they
like the
would've said
chain,
it's
like
Xenos.
the cosmetics?
No. They said that there's going to be another. I remember them saying something about another Chaos faction to go up against in like some new
Interesting.
levels.
I've already got one. You get it.
I feel like if they were going to do like a Xenos, they would have said like another Xenos.
Oh, armory data. Extremist somewhere. Oh, Revenant.
Wait, why can't I get it? Oh,
I've already got it.
It goes.
I've already got it.
Oh, because I thought it was that we had to get it. Each had to get it.
Nope. One
Yeah, I
person gets
thought
that. That's all you
too.
need. Oh, Raven is on me.
Hell, big time cruise.
Yes, thank you for the Allspec. That came
Yeah.
in clutch right then.
Cover me.
Oh, got the perfect angle for that one. Alright, let's go. Down we go. Alright, other scary things in 40k. Well, there's a lot. There really is. What about the Screaming Gallery? I know we don't want to talk too much about the Night Lords, but...
Yeah, let's not mention that because I want to save that for Night Lord's episode, but... yeah,
What
it's
about
like
the
literally a
horrific-
house of horrors.
What about the horrific sacrifices that the Wordbearers do for their spells?
I would say they're pretty much like close to Night Lords and being like horrible.
Yeah, I mean, the more pain or unwilling the subject, the happier the Chaos Gods are, and they work that out, so they get more effect from their spells if the people are unwilling and, like, the more uncomfortable or horrific pain they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, did you know that, James? That the sacrifices to the Chaos Gods only matter if the victim is not willing.
Oh, really?
Oh, they matter more
So
if
if
they're
they're-
not willing.
They matter more. Obviously, you know, giving your
Okay.
life to the Chaos Gods, they like that. But they care more about, like, unwilling.
Yeah, I mean, because Khorne does not care from where the blood flows. Look at them run. Like, we're not even over there, and they're just like, oh, get them!
After these messages, we'll be right back. Hey Google, begin Operation Kevin.
Operation Kevin underway.
Stop that! You're not going into a song while I'm here.
Alright, guys. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. Not sure what went down. We did finish the mission. Made it through. Almost
Sideways
died right at
plans.
the end.
Don't worry, we didn't die. Don't worry.
Yeah, I almost died there right at the end, but it's fine. We survived.
Yeah, it was insane. Corbin actually got into a giant like Jaeger from Pacific Rim and then just beat the shit out of the Biotitan, and then punched the hive mind. That was fucking weird.
Yeah. Then licked up
Yes.
its
You know, you could just
carcass.
go with it. You know,
Yeah, then licked up its carcass.
you just had to make it weird, didn't you?
Always. Alright.
But no, to summarize, James, what did you think was the most grimdark out of everything we mentioned?
Probably the
Yeah, James.
pointy ears.
Say again? The pointy ears? The Drukhari?
The Drukhari, yeah.
Or just elves in general? Yes, they are
Just
very
elves.
horrific. The horrific Xenos.
Just elves in general. They're pretty full on.
Hmm.
But
they are.
yeah, I mean, Drukhari, I would say is pretty grimdark.
Well, as a member of the Death Watch, that is the correct answer.
Yes. The only other scary thing is the little diggy boys. They're pretty scary.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
But
We're all a bit terrified of dwarves.
the dwarves,
Oh, right,
diggy boys.
Yeah, Votan. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to end up in their book of grudges.
That's going on the list. What about you, Corbin? Are you still saying that the flayers are your favorite? I keep going to say mind flayers.
Yeah, no, the flayed one's probably what I consider to be like the most horror themed. I mean, obviously you've got the warp gods like Cornesh is pretty horror themed. Yeah, no, there's plenty to choose from. But yeah,
It's just varying degrees of horrific.
yeah,
Personally, like I think it's all like you can find the grimdark in anything in Warhammer 40k. There's very few positive lights in there, but
except for the orcs.
there's
There's nothing grimdark about an orc. They just love a good.
Well, there
fight.
is. They tear apart humans because they try and figure out how they work, and you know,
I mean,
I think they're pretty horrible.
Humans deserve that.
Sure you do. Anyways, I think personally, the servitors are the ones that in general are just the most like messed up to me in terms of like what they have to go through in order to become a servitor and just like how disposable they are.
Yeah, they're just buttons for doors, aren't they?
Buttons for doors. There's actually, funny enough, in the second mission, I think it is in the second operation, there's like a servitor that is just a book trolley,
Yeah.
and his skull's just sitting out front, and I'm just like, oh, hello, and he's like, one book.
You know what
So,
else?
yeah, that-
You know what else? You actually
What?
have a reliquary bone hanging from your belt on your character as well.
Oh, that's the bone of a fallen brother.
Yes, yeah, I know. That's a little spooktober. That's a little grimdark.
Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would say that 40k in general is just grimdark, and it's just like pick your horror, pick which one you like the most. That's essentially it.
I mean, we did talk about. I mean, it was scrubbed, but we did talk about what the most horrifying faction would be. But I think we've decided that we may do a tier list on who we think is the most horrifying faction in 40k.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section if that's what you want to see, or which ones you think are the most horrifying, or which story you think's more horrifying. There's many to choose from. Speaking of Death Watch as well, next episode coming out on the weekend is going to be Death Watch, hosted by me, and interrupted frequently by these two dorks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that would never be us.
No.
Nah, never. I love how your character literally looked around as you said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for listening. And I know this episode was a bit half-assed, but we just wanted to do something for Halloween about what we thought was the most horrific and scary things about 40k. Thank you for everything. Thanks for all the likes and views. Keep it up. Keep commenting and push that algorithm up for us, please.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything.
Happy spooky season, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy October.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
For the glory of chaos!